Assalamu alaikum. Today we're making Kac Kac, a Somali sweet bread. Here are the ingredients you'll need. 2 cups of flour, which is 16 ounces. More may be needed. 1/2 cup of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. 1 egg. 2 tablespoons of butter that has been melted. 1½ tablespoons of warm milk. We want to start by adding all the ingredients into a bowl. Start with the dry stuff first. Flour, the sugar, the salt, the baking powder, the melted butter, the warm milk, and 1 egg. Then you want to mix the ingredients until they're blended together. Once the dough is all mixed together, you want to lightly wet your hands and just touch the dough all around. This will help keep it soft while it's rising. Then cover the dough with a wet towel and let it sit for about 30 minutes. Now the dough has sat for 30 minutes, you want to lightly flour the counter and start to roll it out. You want to roll it till it's about 1/4 inch thick. It doesn't have to be in a perfect circle because we're going to cut it to make the pieces even. Now if the dough is completely rolled out, you want to cut the edges off to make it even. You want to save these because we will re-roll them out. Now that we have a neat square, you can start cutting your Kac Kac into the shapes that you want. Some people make them into squares, some people make them into diamonds. I like to make mine into squares, it's a little easier. So I just cut the line straight down. And then cut it across. Now that you have the pieces all cut up, you can put them onto a plate. This is about how thick you want the Kac Kac to be after you roll it out. You got the first set of Kac Kac rolled out. You want to continue to roll the pieces that we cut before. Dip it into a little bit of flour, roll it back into a ball, and repeat the steps by rolling the flour on the shelf and rolling the dough out. You may notice that you have a lot of extra flour on the dough. Just want to sprinkle it off. And then continue to cut the edges off. One more time. Until you get an even dough again. Just continue to cut in whatever shape you decided to use. You want to get a pan of oil heated on about medium high. You can test the oil to see if it's hot by taking a little corner of the Kac Kac, just a small little piece, and dropping it into the oil. If it floats to the top, the oil's hot. If it sinks to the bottom and stays, the oil is not ready yet. Once the oil's hot, you want to take a few pieces of the Kac Kac and drop them into the oil. You want to cook them until they're brown on one side, flip them, and let them brown on the other side. Kac Kac is brown on one side, you want to go ahead and flip it and let it continue cooking on the other side. Once it's brown on the other side, it's ready to be drained on a paper towel. Now the Kac Kac is done, you just want to scoop it out, drain some oil off, and transfer it to a paper towel and soak the remaining oil off. Continue cooking until all the dough is cooked. This is what the Kac Kac should look like on the inside. It should puff up during the oil frying, but not too much. It's now ready to serve.